What's up, guys? Jason from JMT. Welcome back to the basement. Wanted to do a really quick video. As you may or may not know, this vlog is about just my ideas, thoughts, sharing some photos, travel, and Fuji film, APS-C, and some Micro Four Thirds talk, and anything else photography that comes to mind. So what I want to discuss now is battery life. The Fuji XS20 has just come out. And I'm an XS10 user, shooting on it right now with the Fuji 10-24 version 1 Road Video Micro, small one. Been using this setup for the past year or so as my, basement vlog, soon to be traveling out and about vlog, and also just for general photography out and about. I use it literally for everything. It's a great camera for hybrid use. Now with the new XS20, there's a host of features that they've added that, blah, blah, blah. They are so great. It's a great camera. Fuji does great things. The biggest thing to me, or the biggest thing I've noticed, is the battery life change. Now, the new battery has been out for quite some time, and it's been in the XT4, and now it's in the new XH series, and so then now they brought it to the XS20. Now here's the thing: battery life is really crucial, important for video, for sure, because you're taking continuous takes of something and running out of battery life, like I am right now with the red square going off on me, is crucial. But for photography, if you're a photographer, do not be so concerned with battery life. Just buy extra batteries on the cheap. Get those cheap Amazon batteries, load them up in your bag, and shoot. Let's be clear. These old Fuji batteries, you can get about 300 plus shots economically, maybe even more depending on how you shoot, how your economy settings are, how your battery is used, etc. More or less. So that's a lot of shots. And I've learned that, we can't just be clicking, right? We got to be economical with how we shoot. We have to be mindful of the shots we take. Take less photos, but take better photos, more meaningful photos. Be more intentional with the shots that we take. And I think for photography, you don't need bigger and better batteries. These batteries are good enough in terms of photography. It's the video side where it matters. Now, obviously, the XS10 and 20 are hybrid cameras. So there's a argument to be had to warrant a bigger battery. But for anything other than hybrid cameras or something that is marketed with heavy video features, you don't really need the bigger battery. So that's where getting bargains from older Fujifilm cameras are going to start coming. I use XT2. I use an XT2 and an X Pro 2, also using the old battery. So all my cameras are the old batteries. My XS10 is the only one I really do heavy video on for these vlogs and for personal vlogs out and about. My others are photography centric because mostly that's what I do. I do photography. I don't need bigger batteries. It's not ever really been a complaint. And also, using an XT2, I have the battery grip where I can add two extra batteries, giving me 3 full batteries in the camera itself. And even if I didn't do that, I can just swap them as needed. Now for an event, it becomes an issue. So keep that in mind. But also just have, like what I do is I have a battery brick like this. I get the USB style charger that charges 2 of them. And then I got 2 charging while one's in the camera, and I just keep rotating as needed. Now, one battery, and I'm taking 300 shots. I'm probably averaging on the high, 80 to 100 shots an hour. On the low, 40 to 50 shots. So if you're really mindful with your shots, you can squeeze out a lot of time with those batteries, and then you really don't need that many. And I think it's always a good idea to have more batteries than to have one big battery that you're going to depend on and then something happens to it. So always keep that in mind. So yes, exciting things that Fuji is now moving over to the bigger battery. But if you're looking for bargains on those old cameras that are using the old batteries, stay tuned because I think a lot of people are going to dump their old Fuji cameras in favor of the new cameras that have the bigger batteries. So you might be able to still, find some deals. I like my XT2. I like my X Pro 2. If I think about the old series batteries, the XT3 could be an interesting buy. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's all I wanted to say. Now, let me know your thoughts on battery life and what you think about it. Are you excited about these new, batteries and things like that? Let me know in the comments. Peace, y'all.